Hey, welcome. Now, I know I said there was a Dark Toonz trilogy. Well, I will say I meant to put Darker Toonz. I'm not jibbing or ripping off Doug Walker. I'm inspired. He speaks about one episode. I talk about the whole franchise. And there is no final or last in horror. It just keeps going. Going to a point where it gets lighter, boring, predictable, and stupid. But I'm going to be talking about the first two seasons of Scooby Doo Where Are You? Now, I really want to know because I could only find my Shaggy minifigure. I've got a Scooby, but I couldn't find him. And that's one of the little things in Scooby Doo Where Are You that they sort of put in. He'd disappear, and Shaggy would be like, Scooby Doo, where are you? And of course the rest of the gang, Fred, Daphne, Velma, they'd say it too. Sometimes the people they meet, they ask. And then the gang will look at them and go, what? And then it'll have the crowd laughter. And then Scooby will find a secret room. There's the treasure. There's the missing artifact. Or there's the main spooky guy or girl. And it was usually a former friend of one of the main people they met, or a total stranger, all that usual old man Winters, whoever, and they would have gotten away if it weren't for the meddling kids. And like this cartoon, it came out in 1969, went on for a couple years, merchandise galore, and then they had a whole lot of spin-offs. Then they had like the new Scooby-Doo show, and they had the movies, and they got crossover movies, and then they got new series. But thankfully, the original two series, which I'm going to talk about, are just some of the best times. Like, if you were in Australia, you'd have to get up early. Like, sure, growing up in the golden era of the 90s, it was on very early, thanks to Agro's Cartoon Connection, which was a great show, and Scooby-Doo was usually first at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and seeing those cartoons at that early made them more frightening, like the Spooky Space Cook, Foul Play at Funland, the one with Captain, that guy, and that moan, the Phantom episode, and the first, the Black Knight. You know, they're driving down long distant highways, either late at night. They're stopping these rundown towns. There's abandoned buildings, there's castles. They hear stories or read news articles about, someone gone missing, a ghost hidden treasure. And they like go these places, and there's like skulls everywhere, there's candles, there's that eerie music, the visuals, like sometimes a tree would look like a person, and sometimes it would be a person. They come out from the tree, and they like, and some of the skulls would illuminate from the light coming from inside, or it's the candle, and then there's the talking. One, Shaggy asks where they go, and it's like, they went that way. It's like, thank you. It's like, all right, and then freaks him out. And yeah, that laugh, that space kook laugh, and the Phantom had the same laugh. The show sort of went down a little bit. They tried to bring the audience and more audiences in with Scrappy Doo. And a little thing about the movie, Tim Curry was offered, and he loved it, and he said, only if there's no Scrappy Doo. But, of course, that little bastard's in there, and Tim Curry said no. Like, I can understand people not liking him. Like, he was cute for a little bit, but the novelty sort of wore thin. I guess he could be reminded of someone. But hey, you get inspiration, you get influence, you try new things, you experiment. And sometimes over time you're like, yeah, I miss that little guy. Like, Scrappy was cool, but in the movie he was not. They probably purposely made him that way because, well, they didn't like him. But yeah, just watching back, and I think they may have edited some episodes and then re-released them how they were meant to be seen. You know, and of course it got lighter over time. But the original Scooby-Doo, like, it is dark. Not just with the content, but the visuals, the fact that they're going to all these abandoned places where they say, oh, this person passed away, these people were kidnapped, we got this freaky thing happening, and then there's people that live up to that story to try and keep people away because they want the treasure, or it's an insurance thing, it's they want to get back with this person. Sometimes they rekindle their friendship, or they'll be like, no, or they go to prison, and then the gang's like, hey, another mystery solved. And yeah, like, it really was one of the most thrilling cartoons. Like, and some are still a bit eerie and frightening today, so yeah. I guess I'll scare ya in the next discussion of Darker Toonz.